John, the Orange Man in the high office, has officially been sworn into the presidency, and in a flurry of his first few days has decided he's going to start signing a bunch of presidential actions that are going to harm the US, but two of them specifically are affecting trans people specifically. Should you be scared of these two presidential actions? The DWFGIERBTTTFG and the ERAWGDEIPAP. Naturally, those are their biological acronyms, by the way, and you cannot change that because that's what's found in nature. His acronyms are found in nature. If you are seeing this, you or a loved one are canonically transgender. Congrats on this is how you find out. Now, I don't really want to sensationalize the news, but I, still want to plug my merch. I have a battle pass and a Patreon, and if you want to see why this little octopus is crying, you can go subscribe to my battle pass. If you're not into that, you can go to my Patreon and support me there. Otherwise, just like, comment, subscribe, dislike the video, do whatever. Orange Man Bad. That's a proper noun, by the way. Signed 2 executive orders that target minorities specifically on January 20th. This is a fact, by the way. If you're curious what it is, here's the government website saying that. I know parts of the government website have been down, specifically the Constitution, but that's probably resolved by now, and this is probably still up. Anyways, the DWFGIERBTTTFG specifically rewrites the biological definition of what is a boy, what is boys, what is a man, what is men, what is a woman, what is women, what is girls, what is a girl, what is female, what is females? I'm almost done, I'm sorry. What is male? What is males? And it also rewrites the definition of gender into sex, not the fun kind. What Orange Man Bad, that's a proper noun, and his biological administration has been doing is rewriting a scientific definition to fit their specific agenda. A scientific definition, by the way, is a definition written by a scientist, not a politician, if you didn't know that. Now, you know that they've been doing this for the last 8 or so years, because reasons. They want to fit their own agenda and they don't really care about science. They're not the party of intellectuals. The scarier part about this that you may not be realizing is that they're doing this to pave the way to do future attacks on minorities. I mean, we see this with ice. Frozen liquid, obviously is what I'm talking about. But they're doing this because they want control of something, and this natural administration is doing it in the most aggressive way they have ever. Trans people fall into this biological order that's been written by the president because the order literally says that men are permitted to self-identify as women and abuse women. That's a quote, by the way. Yes, I did naturally quote that the way a conservative would defend Elon Musk's Roman salute. This bill literally states, and I'm not butchering this quote, federal policy on truth is critical to scientific inquiry, public safety, morale, and the trust in government. I don't know if you know this, but legality is not moral, scientific, or trust. And trust is an anti-intellectual virtue, because let's be honest here. If you're not using science or intelligence, you're gonna be basing it off faith and pride. It's important for you to know what these biological orders do and mean. So, the next question I have for you is, what is a woman according to the government? Naturally, female. That's right, female. Now, I know that these natural orders won't be enforced this way because, let's be honest here, the government doesn't really care about being right. It's very important to note that they put the term at conception in the definitions for gender, meaning that these terms are now based at the conception, which at conception, everyone is female. There are no males at conception. I don't know how they messed that one up. This technically means that everyone in the US is biologically and legally now female. For some reason. The next biological order signed by our natural president is the ERAWGDEIPAP. Naturally says to get rid of DI, which affects all minorities, but also that includes trans people. But what I actually want to hone in on is the fact that it talks about passports, because now you can no longer self-identify on your passport, meaning that if you had an X on it, oopsies, and also you can't have a gender outside of your legally assigned one at birth, which just so happens to be female. Now, I don't know how they're going to enforce this outside of just stamping a T on it like it's October 5th, 1938, but that's the problem with this biological order. Naturally, you really can't enforce this because guess what? A lot of people just have passports and they last for 10 years. My renewal on my passport is going for 10 years. I think it's pretty obvious that this biological administration wants to limit who can naturally leave the Union of States by, limiting our passport so we can't legally leave. While I'm not saying this is exactly what happened 100 years ago in a country far, far away, it's eerily similar. So let's naturally answer the biological question of this natural video. Should you naturally be scared of this biological administration as a naturally trans person? I don't know, naturally, but biologically speaking, let's be honest here, the events that are going on right now are biologically very concerning. I can't tell you what is biologically right or wrong, but I can naturally say that this might just be a nothing burger and nothing will come from this naturally. Biologically, I want you to interpret these bills in your own way and read them and really absorb the natural information. But I also want you to biologically understand that I, myself, am naturally and biologically scared right now. Biologically speaking, I think you know that the government cannot actually define what is biological, natural, and scientific on anything. Nor can I, because we are collectively not scientists, and in government there are no biological scientists. Naturally and biologically. Congrats, you made it to the outro. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, dislike it if you disliked it. I don't know. I'm not your mom. It's very important for us to stay looking at the current world events when it comes to trans people, because let's be honest here. Things might get really scary very soon. And if this is what's going on what is it? I think it's currently day 6 of the administration. Yeah, there might be a little bit concerning later on. Now, this video is coming out before the other video I wanted to post this month because, I'm slow to record. I have another video that's supposed to come out, next month now. So this is something I threw together beforehand. I just want to give a special thank you to my editor for putting up with my strange scheduling. And I also want to thank Marcy May for helping me just pull together some research on there. The links are below to the bills I read off of. And I just want to thank my Patreon people, which are right here, all of them. If you want to join my Patreon, you can. And you can get your spicy little name up here like these people. Very nice. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, y'all.